Cops don't like me, so I don't like cops.
Badges don't grant extra rights. This is CopBlock Radio on the FPRN Radio Network. Here are your hosts, Eric, Adam, and Scott.
And welcome everybody to the Copblock Radio Show for October 23rd, 2013. I am your host, Eric, and with me tonight, as always, is Adam and Scott. Well, I guess not as always, because Scott was hammered last week. But Scott's with us today.
I wouldn't necessarily say hammered, but I was definitely drunk. I needed it, man. I was out of town.
It's totally cool. It's great having the three of us. We can just, if one of us gets held up or indisposed or not on our game, we can kick it to the other.
I've been missing out. You know, I had a string of some bad things there, but I got to make up for it.
Well, this is live on FPRN Radio Network, and Scott is the king of giving out the number because I was dyslexically gave it out last week. So,
damn it!
Are you not?
So here's the thing. So I usually have it on my iPad, and whenever I left work today, I kind of left in a hurry. I had some things going on, and I was like leaving work to come home, and I was like, shit, I forgot my iPad. And I was like, well, I won't go back and get it, because I knew I could pull the website up. So I was going to pull the website up and have it ready. And whenever you said that, I was like, oh crap. So if you want to call in, the call-in number is 567-314-9296. The passcode is 1234, then the pound sign, or the best way to get a hold of us is through Skype. And if you add FPRN Radio Live, add our producers, they'll add you back, and then you'll be able to Skype in. Or you can click the little handy-dandy little button right there on the new chat, on the new website.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if you go to fprnradio.com/listen-live, there's a nice button. You can just click connect to Skype, and it's all good.
Yeah, so I fell for it earlier. This was the first I had seen the site, and I tuned into Anthony's show, and I saw the little FPRN Radio Live calling, and it said answer or decline, and I clicked answer. Like, it fooled me, and I was like, God, this looks weird, but this must be the new thing. And I clicked it, and it was like, you must log into Skype.
Nice. So, Adam just let me know that we're now syndicated on Guerrilla Radio or Guerrilla Media Network, which is awesome.
I thought that was some awesome stuff. Talking with the producer yesterday, I guess that network's got I think he said roughly a million listeners per week or something like that. So that's a huge step for us.
Nice. I think we're there and on Liberty Movement Radio in their podcast rotation. I've gotten with another one more station, but they haven't picked us up yet. So we'll see.
Correction on that. That's a million listeners a day. Not a week. I was incorrect there.
That's pretty good for somebody I hadn't heard of until I started the show. So now more people need to know about them. That's cool.
That's right.
So I guess this was kind of late breaking news for us. Scott just brought to our attention that Jeff Gray from Honor Your Oath has been arrested while filming a traffic stop. I don't know what town it is.
It just says Brevard County. It's down in Florida, and I know that he had just teamed up with Carlos Miller from PNAC, and it was like it just popped up. We don't have a lot of info, but it sounds to me like it's going on right now. I know that his wife was with him, and she kind of shows in the video. I can post that up in the chat also so that our live listeners can check it out. But he was, doing what Jeff Gray does, and just holding people accountable. And he was clearly not interfering with what was going on, as you can see in the video that his wife took from their dash cam. But I guess they felt that he was some sort of threat, or that maybe he was more well endowed in the pants than somebody with a badge, and they felt it necessary to kidnap him and throw him in a cage. So if you would like to take some time out from the show and call the following phone number, let's see, 321-264-5201. That was 321-264-5201, and tell them exactly how you feel about our friend being in a cage for not hurting anybody. That would be awesome. And we encourage that. And we encourage you to tell us all about it. They also have a Facebook page. If you go to Brevard, it's BREVARD, County Sheriff's Office, Florida. It'll say like official there or whatever, but they have the King Pumbaa, who's the sheriff, or he's the big shot. They're talking about how he's going to go to the First Baptist Church and stuff. But Jeffrey Gray actually posted his article, and they already took it down because I tried to like it and it didn't happen.
Scott, do you have that phone number again? We got somebody in the chat asking for it. You want to just post that number to that police department in the chat?
Sure. It's 321-264-5201, and I'll post that in the chat also.
And I've just reached out to Carlos, see if he wants to call in. So
cool.
I sent him a text, so we'll see. That'd be great if he could call in, because he's probably got a little more info than we do.
Yeah, I was trying to check on Skype while we were talking about this and see if his wife had, because I have them on Skype, and his wife wasn't on offline with call forwarding. We might be able to call her because she has call forwarding. I don't know. Producer knows way more about Skype than I do.
Oh, well. But yeah, so I guess that was kind of the big thing that you brought up right before we went to the show. So I guess we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if anything happens during the show, or if anybody who might want to call gets any information, and we can go from there.
Oh, man, you know what we should do? All right, here's also what we encourage you to do. There's a phone number here. It's called 800-423-TIPS. This is a crime line. You might want to call them and let them know that there's been a kidnapping, that Jeffrey Gray, your friend, has been kidnapped by officers of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office.
A journalist has been kidnapped.
What's that?
A journalist has been kidnapped, even if he's not your friend.
A journalist has been kidnapped by men with guns, possibly at gunpoint. That is not a lie.
It looked like so the video that got posted up is actually from the dash cam of Jeff's vehicle, who his wife was in the vehicle with him, so she was the one who uploaded the video. And it looks like they parked in a parking lot facing the street, which is facing directly at the traffic stop. And Jeff is way off down the road and is actually in front of the vehicle. So he's line of sight to the officers and everything. So I don't know how they decide freaking out about it was the appropriate thing to do. I don't know how they can claim officer safety when he's clearly in line of sight and a good, 10, 20, 30, at least 30 feet away.
Penis envy.
Probably more. He's 3 car lengths away.
Penis envy. Penis
envy. Yeah.
Penis envy is a dangerous mental health issue.
I think so.
I would say.
I have to agree with you on that.
So I'm on their website.
Well, I don't know about you, but this week has been a pretty crazy week for news articles about policeman misconduct this week. What do you guys think?
I think
there's
that
been a lot.
There's been like some seriously, kids getting shot.
I got 2 of
dogs,
those that I know
yeah,
of.
2 of those.
Yeah.
Dogs getting shot. I should have got a drink before the show. I'm slacking.
Did you forget your beer again?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Oh crap!
So before we left the show last week, I was talking about how there is the Pumpkin Fest here in Keene, and that was last weekend. So I guess we can talk about that. So we, or at least there were a few people that were out on Friday night, which is the day before the Pumpkin Festival, but they have a lot of the area closed off, like they're closing off streets and whatnot. So that was an interesting night. I was not out that night because I knew I was going to be pretty much an all-day, noon to 3 a.m. type of day the following day. So a few diehards went out and passed out the new flyers and whatnot. And then on Saturday, it got really interesting because this is just like it's a pumpkin festival, and then one of the people here noticed that there were snipers up on the rooftops all around Main Street. And this story has kind of went semi-viral, if you will, because one of the activists here, Graham, he and another person went up and managed to get into one of the buildings and go up and get onto the roof and take a picture of the snipers with their big-ass sniper rifle. And that picture has been flying around. Have you guys seen that?
I heard the talk about it, but I didn't see the pictures. I heard, I don't know if you had said something or what. Somebody said something about it, and I was like, where are they hiding the Bearcat? Like, is the Bearcat going to, like, come out, like, bust out of a garage door or something?
Yeah, well, we found the sheriff's processing unit, like this huge-ass command center tucked behind the post office on federal property, which is odd. But then we saw all the snipers. But if you go to the Keene CopBlock Facebook page, there's a picture of it right there, and you can see their ginormous sniper rifle. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but it's huge.
It's on the Keene CopBlock.
Yeah. So it was really...
Sorry, Eric.
It's kind of overkill for the task at hand. And then, of course, the statists are all like, yeah, well, they're keeping us safe, blah, blah, blah. What if something would happen, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, they had snipers at Boston, and that didn't really stop anything, did it? Yeah, so it's an illusion of safety. It's not actual safety.
So you guys are having a pumpkin festival, and you have snipers on the roofs of buildings for a pumpkin festival? I just don't see how that's relevant at all.
I know. well, it's kind of huge. Some 100,000 people come in for it of a town that only has like 24,000 people.
But that's not like a controversial event or anything.
Right, exactly.
So I don't see why you would need that.
Well, there was some national media and whatnot. Like we had HGTV was here because they set... This has been an ongoing thing to set the record of the most amount of jack-o'-lanterns in one place.
Yeah. And
we actually broke the record this year by like 300. So there were over 30,000 pumpkins here. So it was kind of like there's a lot of attention on this year for some reason.
Craziness.
Sorry, I was looking at looking for the picture of this gun, and somehow I ended up on copblock.org, and it was talking about Garrett Ean joining the Police Accountability Tour.
Yep.
His hair is gigantic.
I know, it works for him because you can't mistake who he is.
Absolutely not. The one thing I will say is, it actually has nothing to do really with this, but apparently Cantwell got himself kicked out of the CAC. And
that's nothing.
He's no longer welcome at the Keene Activist Center. That's ridiculous.
It's been a while. Like I think it's like the 400th time he's been banned.
I think it's all a dog and pony show.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Sweet.
What are you going to do?
All right. Cool.
You're obviously going to butt heads with some people.
Oh, yeah. All right. We're going to... Oh, I thought you meant that he was calling right now.
Hopefully in a minute.
Yeah.
So anyways, then we were out on Saturday and we handed out a boatload of literature, which was great. But there were cops everywhere. We got some videos of a lot of cops refusing to identify themselves. And there were a lot of outside towns from the surrounding area and amazingly not so surrounding. Like there were some people who made a bit of a trek to get over here, which was kind of crazy. But a lot of the out-of-towners weren't used to the CopBlock presence, if you will. And a lot of them were paired up with locals, and those who were paired up with locals refused to identify themselves under the orders of the Keene police that they were paired up with.
Really?
Yeah, it was really interesting. So after 2 Jaffrey police refused to identify themselves, Centurion called the Jaffrey Police Department while we were out and was like, is it your policy that your officers are required to identify themselves when asked? And the lieutenant on call, who was the ranking officer that night, said, yeah, that's our policy, and they should be identifying themselves if you ask. So that got a little interesting because they still stonewalled us even after we brought up, hey, we talked to Lieutenant Cho, and he said that it's your policy to identify yourself, blah, 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 and they still completely ignored us. So there is a lot of raw footage up from that night at Keene CopBlock Raw, but the police presence was insane. And one of the things that was really weird was they usually write a summons for open container violations and underage possession of alcohol. But that's not what they were doing that night. They were arresting people and processing people for what they normally just write a ticket for.
They're arresting them and processing?
Yeah, which they normally just give them a summons. So it was crazy. I mean, they were going on all night arresting people for like complete victimless crimes where they just happen to have a beer and they happen to be standing on the sidewalk, or yeah, it's ridiculous. So the sheriff's transport department, the sheriff's transport team was pretty busy. Oh, and on top of that, one of the sheriffs decided to push Graham out of the way when he wasn't even blocking him on the sidewalk. So we have video of that too. It was really weird.
Coming later. No repercussions. News at 11.
Yeah, so we figured out, it took a while to figure out who it was, and but now we know who it is. And
is he in the yearbook? Did he make the yearbook already?
No, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, he is on the yearbook now. I did put him on. It's Nelson. I forget his first name, though. Earl Nelson. He ran for sheriff this past election cycle, so that was kind of odd that he would push Graham even though he was just standing there filming. It was, yeah. So we have that on video, and we have, well, I think Graham got it, so unfortunately we didn't get a third-party view of it. But we did capture a ton of video of that night. I mean, they pretty much posted a police officer and a partner on each end of the street. And these streets are relatively short. I mean, they're, I don't know, maybe 1,200 feet from one end to the other. So there are 2 officers at the end of like 6 different streets, 2 on each end. It was a crazy police state down there.
They had to do something with all their time. They're working on their retirement.
So, after Centurion called the Jaffrey Police Department, he called back the following day to talk to a supervisor above who he had already talked to and find out why the officers would not identify themselves and if there would be disciplinary action because of it for not following policy. And that is when he found out that in the roll call, it had been mentioned that there would be a large amount of cop blockers and not to talk to them at all.
Really?
Really.
Who mentioned... Wait. How did this info come out? They just said... They straight up said it, or what?
Well, it was the outside town. So it was the Jaffrey town that relayed it back to us that in the roll call... The Keene Police Department told them to keep their mouth shut and not talk to us.
That was officially off the record.
Yeah. So now that's going to be interesting if we run into him this weekend, and we'll ask him about. But Garrett put up a good video asking Jason Short about the snipers on the roof, and Garrett said something to the effect of, so is it the Keene Police Department's official policy not to talk about it? And the reply from Jason Short was, it's my official policy not to talk to you.
Really?
So yeah, it's getting a little hostile out here. So
felt like the feds were breaking my door down.
Yeah, what's going on there?
I'm just knocking stuff down. I'm not even drunk. What the hell?
Well, I don't know about you guys. Did you guys read that awesome story on the CopBlock.org? The gentleman that posted up the My First CopBlock article, or submitted that. Did you guys get a chance to read that?
No, I haven't read it yet.
No,
yes. No, I haven't had time to sleep.
I thought it was good stuff. I mean, obviously, it was this guy's first time ever cop blocking. He didn't have a camera with him, so he didn't film it. But he certainly interacted with the officer and ended up actually getting someone else to interact with the officer also after explaining what was going on, which then in turn got the officer to move. Basically, the officer had parked illegally. The gentleman walked into the restaurant that the officer had gone into to sit down and eat, and he went in there and basically gave her a mouthful and was like, That's not fair at all. You can't park there. Well, she was just kind of like brushed it off. Well, he found somebody else outside that also noticed that the car was parked illegally, and that person ended up going into the restaurant too and talking to the officer about it. And then the officer came out and actually ended up moving her car.
Nice.
I thought that was awesome. I mean, this guy said he was super nervous about it, was kind of scared about going and talking to the cop about it, and ended up getting the courage up enough to go and do it. And I thought it's an awesome write-up. The guy did a great job on writing up the story about it.
I think that ties into one of my favorite videos that I have seen, which is somebody noticed that a police car was parked in front of a fire hydrant and noticed that the police officer was waiting in line at the deli for food. And he walks in, he's like, you're parked in front of a fire hydrant. What if there's a fire? And they're like, I can park wherever I want, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, a fire truck pulls up, like right there, because of something going on across the street. It's like, it was just too good. So they're blocking the fire hydrant, and there is an actual emergency across the street.
Oh, wow.
The only thing that would have made it better is if the firemen took their axes and they busted out his windows and ran the hose through it.
They totally do that, too. It's funny.
No fucks given.
Yeah, just let it leak all over in the car. I thought it was a great article. I just wanted to give a shout out to the gentleman that wrote that article up, because that was awesome. And
can you post that one up in the chat? Did you post it?
I can. But the shout outs to it, I think the guy's name would be Bill. Bill, what's it? Beavington?
There you go. Eric got it.
I believe so.
I got it. I said
you got it?
Yep.
All right. Oh, nice.
So it's in the chat. So
Well, congratulations
live,
for his
be in the
first
chat.
Cop Block. That was good stuff.
Best opening line ever. I committed my first cop block today. Nailed it.
Yeah. Well,
So,
speaking of CopBlock.org, while we got a minute left or so, congratulations to Dio last week on winning the CopBlock submitted story of the week, or
Nice.
submitted he submitted that video. I mean, CopBlock.org is doing that whole basically best submitted video or story into CopBlock.org wins some free swag. I think they get a little bit of silver from Sons of Liberty Mint, and obviously recognition on the site for winning. So
Do they have a new one up? What their new submission of the week is?
I believe it's tomorrow actually when they pick. They don't pick till tomorrow afternoon. Because I was looking that up and seeing if we could kind of get involved with that and help them out, but when they actually choose the winner tomorrow night, I believe.
Cool.
we're
So
like a day
yeah,
off
if you
to
want
be able
to
do
check that out, it's actually on the second page of the content currently. It's called CopBlock's Weekly Content Contest.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh
if
my
you
God.
want to look into that, it's right there. So
Right.
yeah, deadline is by midnight tomorrow.
Mhm.
So if you can get your stuff in by midnight tomorrow.
So I'm still on this Brevard County issue. So I'm on their webpage and I found their budget, and I have to find how many employees that they have. But their compensation and benefits is $79 million.
Holy cow.
Must find out how many employees they have.
I'm curious what large towns or large cities make up that particular county to justify such a huge budget.
Yeah, that is huge.
I mean, I'm looking at the map and I don't see any large counties. Unless it goes all the way over into Orlando. I doubt it.
I don't know.
But how much did you say? 79 million?
Hold on. Like, this is on the... Wait. Law enforcement. This is under... It's titled... This is just like their entire budget. Revenues, $16 million from taxes, $82 million from transfers general revenue, and then expenditures, compensation and benefits, $79 million.
Oh, that's for the entire county. Or is it just for law enforcement?
It doesn't really say. It's kind of hard to read.
No.
Must
Because
find out.
according to Wiki, there's a little over 500,000 people in that county. And the largest city is Palm Bay.
Huh. Pretty easy.
So that's a pretty large budget for not a huge,
Okay,
huge area.
Cape Canaveral. I guess this is breaking it down by like city area or something like that. Cape Canaveral, $2.3 million, compensation and benefits.
Interesting.
County jail complex, compensation and benefits, $30 million.
Just for the jail?
Just for the jail, compensation
Oh,
and benefits
crap.
only.
So the principal cities for that county are, Palm Bay, Melbourne, and I don't even want to pronounce the last one because but yeah, so you have three major, or I guess somewhat major cities in that county.
So yeah, I guess we'll see. Hopefully we can get word in soon.
Right. I got Too Much 72 in the chat just posted up that they either block comments on their Facebook page for that police department, or they're just not allowing it at all. Period.
Nice.
I think they started deleting them because Carlos had one up there and it got deleted.
All right, so hopefully we'll have more on this when we come back. You are listening to the CopBlock Radio Show on FPRN.
In 1997, a high school shooting was stopped by a vice principal with a gun. In 1998, a middle school shooting was ended by a neighbor with a gun. In 2002, a terrorist attack was stopped by a school guard and a teacher with a gun. After September 11th, pilots began carrying guns to protect their passengers. Let's give our schools and teachers the same option. Sign the petition at defendschools.com.
Hi, I'm Trevor Moore. Due to the recent revelations that in order to fight terrorism, the NSA has been using a secret court order to spy on every single Verizon and AT&T customer, Americans have become outraged and concerned about their rights to privacy. But along with that concern comes a feeling of hopelessness. I mean, what can we do? Vote in new leaders? Well, the problem is that during an election, each candidate pretends to not be an asshole. Then when they get the job, they reveal that they've actually been a complete asshole this entire time. No, elections are of no use. The only way to fight back against our country's excessive wiretapping and data mining is to make it irrelevant. That's why we're launching Operation Everyone Talk Like a Terrorist all the time. If we all openly discuss terrorist plots in each of our phone conversations, then eavesdropping on those phone conversations becomes pointless. It's simple. We just need to work it into our daily vernacular. For example, instead of saying, "I love you," you could describe a terror attack. The larger the scale, the more you love the person.
Hi, Mom. I just got out of school. Can you pick me up?
I'll be there in 15 minutes. I'm gonna use a truck bomb to blow up the Brooklyn Bridge.
I'm mailing anthrax to cures to Morgan.
Or, nonsense about God's will being great could mean affirmative.
Hey man, they have a 7:30 show, and do you think you can make it in time?
God is merciful and his love is unchanging. Did you already get me a ticket?
And those are just a few examples. You can make up your own. Have fun with it. But it's time for us to stand up and protect our rights. Because those assholes aren't going to.
At Damari Nolo Outfitters, we view the outdoors as our home, not a harsh wilderness. Our gear is chosen for adventure, not just in our backyard, but in the vast expanse of our amazing planet. Damari Nolo Outfitters carries the essential gear and tools you will need to live the empowering mindset of self-reliance. Our products are chosen especially for their durability and quality, and are carefully tested by our staff and associates. Our promise to you is we never offer any item for sale we don't use ourselves, so we can offer only what we know to be the best. Our online store makes it simple to browse through our high-quality lines of clothing, knives, tools, load carry gear, and accessories. We are committed to offering you the best American-made equipment on the market, a promise you'll see as we continually add new products. For more information about our products and blog posts to help you learn more about self-reliance and equipment, please visit www.damarinolo.com. That's DOMARI-NOLO.com. Damari Nolo, chosen for survival and adventure.
Hi, I'm Steve.
I'm Irene. I'm Lisa.
My name is Tom. I'm a graphic designer.
College freshman. Stay-at-home mom with a full-time job.
Scholar on social policy and a barista.
And I'm just like you.
I'm an Obama supporter.
I support President Obama.
But the president needs your help.
Our president can't launch into another war without you. And remember, we promise to support him no matter what.
Together, we can do it.
That's why we here at the Americans for Whatever Barack Obama Wants, Did You Know He's Friends with Jay-Z, have launched a Kickstarter campaign to fund World War III.
And America is dead-ass broke. So our goal is to raise $1.6 trillion on behalf of the U.S. government.
That's where you come in.
Even a small donation would make all the difference.
When I first saw the president speak in 2008, in a YouTube clip posted to my Facebook page, I knew he was going to be right all the time. So I support World War III and IV and any moon war the president may want to start.
I mean, there is no way that he or the cabal of corporate interests, spy agencies, and shadow bankers that tell him what to do would ever mislead us. A $25 donation will get you a piece of rubble from a war-torn Middle Eastern country kissed by Senator Lindsey Graham.
A $100 donation gets you a day pass to leave your local refugee camp.
You'll probably end up in a refugee camp, but it'll have free Wi-Fi.
So please, help us reach our goal of $1.6 trillion so we can make World War III a reality. Why? Because Obama.
Because Obama.
Thanks for listening to FPRN. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter. If you'd like to start your own show with FPRN, Advertise with us or donate to the network or to your favorite shows. Check out our website at www.fprnradio.com.
Check 1, 2.
And welcome back to the Copblock Radio Show, live on FPRN and syndicated across the interwebs. And as we said earlier, we're now on Guerrilla Media Network, and I believe we're also on Liberty Movement Radio, so you can go check them out as well. So before the break, we were talking about a lot of things, but to go back to the Jeff Gray story, we now have Carlos Miller on the line. Carlos, you with us?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Carlos. Thanks for calling, man.
Okay, can you hear me okay? I'm on the cell phone on the coffee shop, so I don't have the best connection.
Good enough.
Hello? Hey, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah. So what can you tell us about the situation?
Okay, Jeff was driving back from Miami back to St. Augustine. He decided to he pulled over and started recording a traffic stop. We just formed a partnership, and we're going to start doing a lot more of that, police, cop watching, for government transparency. He was well away from the traffic stop. It was more than 200 feet away. They snuck up behind him, a cop car and an unmarked car. They came up behind him. They told him to step out of the private parking lot. He did. He stepped onto government property, which was a little grassy median between the street and the parking lot, and they arrested him. And then they went back and they intimidated his wife because she pulled out her camera, and he said, "Get that camera out of my face." But they did not realize this whole thing was captured on dash cam. And that's what's uploaded now on my blog. And he's still in jail. He's still in jail. He'll probably be there till tomorrow. But the first thing he did was call Florida Carey, the attorney from Florida Carey. He's a big Second Amendment guy, and they're also big First Amendment people. So they got a hold of the state attorney's office up there, and they started talking to the assistant state attorney because the main guy was on vacation. And he already does not like that. He said, "You know what, this is bad. This doesn't look good." So these charges aren't going anywhere. They're going to be dropped, and that's without a doubt. Now, the issue is these people are deleting comments from their Facebook page. I mean, they're getting slammed by comments on my blog, and they're deleting comments, but that Facebook page is considered public record. So they're actually destroying public records, and that's going to end up being another issue for them where we're going to start filing suit on that. We're going to file suit on that. Jeff is going to file suit on his arrest, and they're going to have a world of problems right now.
Man, you bring up a good point. I didn't even think about it that since it's a public Facebook page for a public entity, it sounds like if they're deleting comments, they are stifling free speech from a public forum.
That's right. They're a government agency, and the taxpayers are paying for that Facebook page. So it's not like I can delete my comments to private, but they can't, and that's considered public record. Anytime you send an email to the sheriff's office, anytime you make a phone call and leave a voice message, that's considered public record, and they can't really be destroying that. And what they're doing it immediately. They're deleting comments left and right, because who's ever in charge of that Facebook page, they're doing a lot of damage control, but they're not realizing they're breaking the law. They're breaking state public records law, and they're basically liable for that.
So, Jeff, you said will still be stuck in jail until tomorrow?
It looks like he's going to be there until tomorrow. His first appearance is at 1 o'clock. It looks like they're not going to let him go because they want to prove a point. You saw how this cop flew in the video. They want to teach him a lesson. They have no grounds, for their charge of obstructing or whatever, because he wasn't doing anything. He wasn't doing anything to obstruct their investigation or justice or whatever they're calling it. So they're just teaching him a lesson. They know their charges are not going to stick, but they want to basically force him to spend the night in jail, and they think they're just going to go on, and nothing's going to happen, and that's where they're wrong. And we're basically, I guarantee you guys right now, who's ever listening to this, we're going to make their life hell, and we're going to make them regret they ever did this because it's like, they just didn't give a damn. They clearly violated his rights, and they come back and intimidate his wife, and they didn't even tell his wife when his wife goes, "Oh, where's the jail?" She's like, "I'm not going to tell you that because you're not cooperating." And why was she not cooperating? Because she was asking him, why are you arresting my husband? He wasn't breaking any law. So just because you're not kissing their ass means you're not cooperating. And now we're going to show them. We're going to show them exactly what cooperation means. You know, we are going to cooperate amongst ourselves, and we're going to really basically lay it into them.
So you guys have anything to ask Carlos if you got anything?
No, I mean, he pretty much covered it. I was, reading the article, but it sounds like they're gonna about to get bent over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was arrested 4 hours ago. So, what I know is what I just told you, what I wrote. I mean, there's some video footage on his phone that, it's still in custody. And, so obviously he's the one who's going to have to talk about it, and he's still in jail. And it's a very traumatizing experience for his wife because she's driving back. They want, their kids are back in St. Augustine. Their mom was taking care of the kids, and, they were hoping to get back tonight. Now she's like, well, I got to stay here. I got to see what's going on. And they disrupted this man's life just because they wanted to prove a point. That's what they do. That's what cops do. And now we're not going to really tolerate it anymore because we got these cameras, and we're just going to expose it.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I know what Jeff does, for a living, and I mean, him spending the night in jail in a cage, that could affect his, livelihood. Him not showing up tomorrow morning for work, there could be some repercussions for that. That's
he actually quit his job. He quit his job, and now he's joining Photographers Not a Crime as a full-timer.
Really? Sweet.
That we're going to be announcing. Yeah, him and Joel Chandler. They're partners in Photographers Not a Crime. This is a bigger deal because now, we're going to incorporate the site, and we have a lot more resources to go after these people.
I mean, it sounds like you guys have already teamed up. Now, is this going to go on his review? I mean, I would say it goes on as a positive.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be. It changes the whole dynamic. He was going to write about something else. Now he's going to write about this. And, that's the nature of the business. You always have to adjust your writing schedule, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you accidentally make news, then that's the news.
Now, Carlos, we got a couple questions out of the chat. Do we know if he has a bond set yet, or what it's set at if he does?
Well, he's in charge of a single misdemeanor, and so usually, like what I was told, like in Miami, a single misdemeanor is $500. I was told by the attorney from Florida, Kerry, up in that little area, it could be up to $5,000. He can, if he has $500, and I think he does, he can actually bail himself out. But, or he might just want to hang out until the next day. And it's always, they might just keep him in there. They can easily release him on his own recognizance. And it doesn't look like they want to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have the number if anybody wants to call the jail directly. 321-690-1500. Somebody was saying that in the chat. They were trying to figure out the right number.
And I recommend people calling them. And it's a number not just to the jail, but to the sheriff's department where they have, let us know how we're doing. They put it on their Facebook page. So I recommend everyone call them and let them know how they're doing because they're not doing too well.
Unreal.
Yeah, it is.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Carlos, for calling in and give us an update. Sorry it's such on short notice, but I guess that's how things go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks a lot, Carlos.
Yeah. All right, well, hey, thanks for having me.
Yep. Thanks, Carlos. Take care. All right. We're having...
So, there we go. I guess the closest to the source that we could get for now. Because the source is currently in jail and can't talk to us, so
that's right.
Hey, man, I have the entire phone list. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
What do we want? We got the bailiffs at the. See, we don't know which jail is there. Okay, the jail complex. Here's the chief. 321-264-5201. Let's see what else. Dispatched.
Man, I don't think these guys realized who they arrested.
Yeah, I think they have no idea.
Here's the jail complex. It's 321-690-1500.
I'm pretty excited, though. It was cool that Carlos called in and gave us the info he could. I mean, I'm pretty excited. We got him coming on in 2 weeks again with us for a special interview. He's going to come on and talk to us about his book that he's been writing and a few other things. So if you guys missed out or, you didn't get the information you want to hear out of Carlos, he'll be on in 2 more weeks and we can talk to him some more about it.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That was a great when we talked to him the last time. That was a good time. So I'm looking forward to hearing what's been going on in the
as long as we did that last time, but because we got a couple of guests lined up for that show. It's gonna be our 30th episode in 2 weeks.
We're getting old.
Yeah, we are. So I'm trying to line us up a good show for that one. Bring on some big name guests and have a good show.
Yeah, I can't believe we made it that far.
I'm amazed how far ahead Peace News Now is. I was just looking at what his count was the other day, and I'm like, holy crap.
Well, he does it on a daily basis, though. So
yeah.
Well, he does his main show, the live show. He does that once a week, from what I understand.
Twice a week.
Is it twice a week?
Yeah, he does it on Sunday and
that would make
Tuesday
sense.
or Wednesday. I don't know which one.
That's why he's ahead of us. I was like, how is he ahead of us? I thought we started our show first.
Yeah, he's doing 2 a week.
I don't understand how people have so much time to just invest.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if that's all you're doing, then
yeah, true.
It's probably less of a burden.
All right. So we got a request in the chat, Scott, for those numbers. They said they can't write as fast as you're reading them.
All right, sorry, I'm shouting them out. We got a lot.
We should post them in. We should post them in the chat.
Copy and post them all in there.
Should I just post them? Well, let me read them too. All right. Chief at the jail complex. This is the King Pumbaa. 321-264-5201. Here's the false alarms number. Never mind. Jail complex 321-690-1500. It'd be really cool to call this girl Ellen Moore. She's the pre-trial release. Let's just get him released tonight. 321-690-1514. All right, let me copy and paste these.
We even got one in the chat there. It says, or call them live on the air and leave some less than nice messages. People hinting at us there, Eric.
So yeah,
I wish there was a kidnapping.
I mean, it is 10:20 at night. I don't know who would actually even pick up.
Nobody.
Yeah, it's true. You guys are way later than I am. I'm like, it's still early here. What are you talking about?
All right.
Though you probably get dispatch if you call the non-emergency number to the sheriff department.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'll post them over here.
So, what else you guys got?
Are we going to talk about Captain Pepper Spray?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who Captain Pepper Spray is.
The most notorious meme cop
that guy.
ever. Captain Pepper Spray.
Captain Pepper Spray, yes.
He's doing something new?
I think that I may have brought it up on the show. I'm pretty sure that I did. I couldn't. Don't ask if I could, say which one it is. But the guy who was at the University of California whenever they had the Occupy movement, and there was the big circle of kids, and they were sitting there, interlocking arms, and this fat 2, 3, 6 chinned turd of a cop is just walking up and down and just pepper spraying these people who are peacefully sitting down with locked arms. He ended up losing his job, to which he responded with filing a workers' comp claim because he was, so torn and distraught. He was emotionally, unstable apparently, or some bullshit. I'm sorry, he wasn't fired. He was placed on administrative leave. Well, in the end, the guy ends up He was making $121,000 annually. Are you fucking kidding me?
We were just talking about somebody last week who was making like $182,000 a year with like 1,000 hours of overtime.
What? This guy was making $121,680 annually when he was fired. He received a settlement of $38,000. What the? This is insane.
John Pike. That's
Dude
Captain
was making
Pepper Spray.
6 figures, and he was a fat turd.
Pepper spray, everybody.
That guy should have been
John
accosted. Death by sodomy. Pike said death threats directed at him and his family began surfacing immediately after the footage began circulating widely in 2011. Well, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't have been a dick. That guy, once again, I think he might have been a dick of the week.
I think he's dick of the year, or at least a decade.
Sucks. I don't know, man. There's cops that kill people. He's definitely that guy's a hemorrhoid. Up yours.
So what's he doing now?
I don't know. I got too mad. I don't know.
He was making 6 figures. He probably can take some time off.
I know.
Well, the funniest thing is that actually right in the same article where they're talking about the settlement that he got, UC Davis actually spent over $1 million compensating those who were victims of his pepper spraying.
Good. Look, okay, here you go. They each got $30,000. He got 36. They got more. He got more than them. He got 38. Wow. They got 30.
Yeah, he got more than the individuals that he victimized. Isn't that screwed up? So I don't know how he even got a settlement to begin with, because it was his frickin' fault.
Yeah, I'm sorry you were held accountable for your actions.
Oh well. What else do we have on the agenda?
That guy sucks. Sometimes
I don't think that one's gonna.
I get stuck on I'm stuck on the Jeffrey Gray. Now you got me stuck on this fat turd.
So, are you serious? Somebody shot a 12-pound dog.
Yeah,
I just saw
who. Is that the one that I posted up there? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, that was the one you posted.
Yeah, the dude was like 300 pounds.
So a Georgia police officer shot and killed a tiny Jack Russell Terrier that he claimed threatened him during a routine probationary checkup on Monday. Is that Antoine? Antoine Jones is over 6 feet tall and weighs nearly 300 pounds. Patches, the dog who was killed, weighed just 12. Are you freaking serious?
I mean, really, you could have punted the dog. I mean, really? You had to shoot it?
Yeah,
That's
negligent discharge of a firearm right there.
Yeah,
there was another one. That's a small target. I mean, really, you're going to hit that?
I know. We know that they're not very good at hitting things. There was another thing that I saw, and there was a woman, and oh man, I wish I could find the article. I just was glancing through and I saw it, and what had happened was there was must have been a cop walking on the sidewalk or something like that, and the woman had a small dog in the yard, and the cop called the dog over like he was going to pet it, and apparently the cop didn't see that she also had a pit bull, and the pit bull came running over, and the cop pulled his gun out and shot the dog. And I don't know if he hit it in the mouth or in the paw. I don't know if it was the jaw or the paw, one of the two. And
hit it in the leg.
He hit it in the leg.
But he also sent a bullet right through their van that was parked out front.
Right, it broke the back window.
So this is why you don't shoot at dogs, because you're going to inflict. But sooner or later, somebody's going to get killed because somebody missed while trying to kill a dog. I mean, there was a story that I had read in the past where 3 cops were shooting and it was 30 rounds and bullets had gone through houses and cars and everything. It's for a dog, Are you out of your freaking mind?
Well,
I don't know who these people are who can't handle a friggin' dog. It's not that hard. Oh, the producer's talking about an incident where a ricochet hit somebody in the leg. It was actually he shot his partner in the leg.
His or something?
Yeah, he hit his partner in the leg.
Yeah.
So that's karma for you right there.
Yeah, that's just pure karma.
So I guess I should say an innocent person will get shot. Because in this case, it was just karma biting him back for being a douchebag in the first place.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I bet he'll think twice about shooting another dog.
It was
Make
crazy
sure his
this
partner's
week.
out of the way next time.
We got 2 13-year-old kids this week that have been shot and killed by police.
I think it's the same story.
Is it?
I
Because
think
one's
so.
from Santa Rosa and the other one's from... is that one from Santa Rosa too? I don't know.
Yeah, it's the toy gun.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, it's the same one. All right, it's 2 different
it's
articles.
the same story.
Same story. My bad.
But still. Yeah, you want to go into that? We can probably
Do that
go
before
into
the break
that.
real quick here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can, yeah. So we got the Sonoma County Sheriff's deputy shot and killed a 13-year-old boy Tuesday afternoon after the encounter in southwest Santa Rosa neighborhood. The boy was carrying an airsoft rifle that looked like an AR-15. It was one of the replica ones.
AK-47.
No, what?
It was an AK-47.
Oh,
looked like
yeah,
an
excuse me.
AK-47.
Sorry, that's what I meant. My bad. Sorry, ad on the side. Distracted me.
Ooh, something shiny.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, it's basically a BB gun. The officers, I guess, saw the boy walking down the street with it, pulled up, of course, started yelling and screaming at him to drop the weapon. From the sounds of it, from what the police are saying, is that he did not drop the weapon. There's still some confusion on whether or not if he pointed the weapon at them or not. But basically, they decided to shoot and kill him because he didn't put it down. From between the 2 articles here, getting a little bit of pieces from both. The boy was also carrying a toy pistol, BB gun, in his waistband. The father of the boy said he did it all the time. He'd carry it over to his friend's house all the time. He was a good kid. Never hurt anybody with it. They were just toys, and he played with them. So, I mean, it's we're gonna have to wait for the police to investigate themselves and say they did nothing wrong before we'll find out everything.
Nothing to see here, folks.
Yep, that's right. Yeah,
and
again,
of course, the typical thing that after he was shot, the deputies approached him, he was unresponsive, and of course they handcuffed him before administering first aid.
I don't understand how are you supposed to administer proper first aid when their hands are handcuffed behind their back?
Right. It's one of the most ridiculous things that I always see is they handcuff the person who's clearly already knocked out.
Yeah, obviously no longer a threat.
Yeah, before administering or even calling for medical assistance.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, run up, remove the weapons if you're concerned about the weapons, and then obviously I would administer CPR right then. I'd be like, get the weapons away, deal with this. I mean, if he comes back conscious or whatever the heck, he's partially... he's wounded. He's probably not going to get up and beat the crap out of you.
Right, exactly.
He's probably going to be in some pain. Yeah, so he's partially debilitated, so he's really not so much of a threat anymore. I mean, I got some things to say about that when we come back from break, but I'll wait till then.
I got a good one whenever we come back too.
All right. Yeah, so I'll wait till that, because it's kind of long.
All right.
All right. So I hear that infamous music.
So I guess Sky and Adam have something to bring to the table after the break. So you are listening to the CopBlock Radio Show on FPRN. Stick around.
Mr. President, members of Congress, you've been making a lot of noise about taking our guns away. But you might want to review history. 1835, Gonzales, Texas Territory. The authorities wanted to confiscate the big gun that protected that colony. You know what the people said? Come and take it. Because they were willing to fight for their freedom and their guns. So are we.
Come and take it if you want it. Come and take it if you think you can. Come and take it, but I warn you, you'll have to pry it from our cold dead hands. We want the freedom that God gave us, so you best not cross that line. If you want this gun, you gotta come through us and take it.
One shot at a time. Just like Gonzales, we're keeping our guns.
Do you have a group or organization founded on the principles of personal liberty, health freedom, or accountable government? We invite you to check out Same Side Entertainment. Get connected with leaders in the liberty movement like Tom Woods, Kevin Gutzman, Jack Hunter, Robert Scott Bell, Michael Scheuer, and many more. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and our website at www.samesideentertainment.com. Again, that's www.samesideentertainment.com. Same Side Entertainment, connecting you with the education and resources you need.
In every age, a technology is created that upends the foundations of society. The wheel, the printing press, the internet. Now, in a world sliding into financial chaos, a new technology is changing the way monetary systems work around the world. It is called Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a new form of money, controlled not by banks, governments, or corporations, but through mutual commerce between free individuals. To learn more, visit WeUseCoins.com.
You have reached the 911 emergency service. All operators are busy.
Oh
Please
God,
stay on the line
please
for the
help
next
me.
available
You've got a knife.
You have reached the 911 emergency service. All operators are busy. Please stay on the line for the next available emergency operator. You have reached the 911 emergency service. All operators are busy. Please stay on.
911 operator, what's your emergency, please? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Last year in the United States, thousands and thousands of 911 calls went unanswered. And if you call from a cell phone, there's no way to pinpoint where you are. Yet politicians like Dianne Feinstein call for more gun control. We have one question. Why do these politicians have armed bodyguards? Can't they just call 911?
Talk about a wake-up call. I was paying for all the doctor's visits, insurance premiums, and medical costs out of pocket. All these expenses were keeping me from living the carefree lifestyle that I wanted. Then the government told me about Obamacare. Now with Obamacare, I don't worry about my health care. I eat whatever I want, whenever I want. I get all my prescription drugs for free, and there's no more coverage gap. I no longer need to worry about pre-existing conditions. We can see any doctor whenever we want for any reason, and so can everyone else.
Obamacare is not for everyone, like Congressman. If you are already healthy, do not use Obamacare, as you will see your premiums go up. If you are a sick person, do not use Obamacare, as you will see your premiums go up. Many people on Obamacare may experience longer wait times and fewer doctors, and denial of your treatment of choice. If you are faced with a healthcare situation, you may be denied treatment through government rationing.
Obamacare even covers my kids up to age 26.
If you experience a recession lasting more than 4 years, stop taking Obamacare and contact a travel agent to move to the Bahamas or New Zealand.
And the best thing is that Obamacare is free.
Obamacare is not free. Obamacare will increase the national debt by $863 billion in 10 years. Your taxes will go up $569 billion by 2019. If you see a major jump in your premiums, you should opt out of Obamacare immediately. Opting out of Obamacare is illegal and will incur major fines and penalties unless you are a union member who received a special waiver from the Obama administration. Obama is not responsible for the negative effects on the economy, your pocketbook, your freedoms, or your health.
Obama solved all my problems.
Obamacare. Live your carefree lifestyle.
Thanks for listening to FPRN. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter. If you'd like to start your own show with FPRN, advertise with us, or donate to the network or to your favorite shows, check out our website at www.fprnradio.com.
And I can't stand for something that I don't believe.
And welcome back to the CopBlock Radio Show live on FPRN and syndicated across the interwebs. Or you can download as a podcast after the show at FPRNradio.com. If you just go to the show tab and then you go to CopBlock Radio, you can see our archives and you can download all past shows if you've missed any. And if you are listening to this as a podcast, just know that we do this live every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Pacific at FPRNradio.com. And they have all types of listening options now. You can have a M3U, a TuneIn app. I don't know what other streams do we have. You can stream right from the webpage. So if you can, there's pretty much unlimited choices at this point, and iTunes, I believe, as well. So that's good. And before we get back at it, Adam has exciting news for us about a new sponsor that we have.
Dude, I'm so stoked. I reached out to a certain individual and lucked out and got us a new sponsor. So we're proud to say that Sons of Liberty Mint is now sponsoring our show. They are producers of some of the most divisible silver coins and silver precious metal that you can order from them. Very small amounts, much smaller than most silver companies. When you order a block of silver, it's hard to trade a large amount of silver for a small item to someone if you're trying to barter with someone. So a Sons of Liberty Mint prints much smaller, more divisible pieces of silver that can be traded for much less in a dollar amount. And so super excited to be able to have them as a sponsor for us. So you guys make sure you check them out at www.sonsoflibertymint.com. And that's Sons with a U, as in our star, our sun. So make sure you check them out and buy some silver from them, because it never hurts to have a little bit of silver.
Yeah. Are they still doing those Friday giveaways?
I believe they are.
Nice. Yeah, I think you have to guess the price at 5 o'clock. Closest without going over?
Yep. Closest without going over, and you can win some free silver from them.
Well, I haven't won any yet, but I'm going to keep trying.
And the same with the CopBlock.org submission post thing. I believe you win a little bit of silver from them, too, for winning that contest every week. So they're really getting out there and starting to support a lot of activism and other groups like that. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's great because they sell the quarter ounce, whereas most you end up having to get a full ounce of silver, which is, right now it's somewhere around $25 or so per ounce. So it's like if you just want to buy something small and you only have an ounce coin of silver on you, well, that it's not going to buy you a bottle of soda. Well, it will, but you'll be out a lot of money if nobody has some smaller coinage to give back to you. So it's nice that they make the quarter ounce, and I believe they are coming out with 1 ounce and 1/10 ounce, possibly. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But I know they have the quarters, which is cool, and they're square, which is a little different.
Yeah, it's definitely unique. They are cool looking though.
So, before we went to the break, it sounded like both of you had something you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I have one that was a win for the little guy, sort of. So this was in New Jersey, which is just a wonderfully friendly state with a turd of a governor. Anyway, the New Jersey Attorney General's office is going to pay $425,000. So he's going to take all that money that they stole and they're going to give it back to one guy. But this guy's actually pretty deserving of it. What happened was he's actually a mentally disabled man, and he was 21 at the time, and I guess they were, searching, doing some good cop work, and they were searching for two burglary suspects, and they stopped a car that he was in, and they tried to get him to step out. And apparently, I don't know if it was, because of his disability or, because he's, tired of idiot cops. They said he wasn't, showing his hands and things like that. So what had happened was apparently they got him out of the car and just really started, punching him in the face, repeatedly. Two of the eyewitnesses said that, they dragged him limp and handcuffed toward their patrol car, and they smashed his head against the tire. She also said that the actions of police disgusted her, but, so apparently, he was obviously found not guilty of anything. But he, filed a lawsuit, and, it was like 3 years ago this all started. And he finally won. Dude's gonna get $425,000 for getting the piss beat out of him. But they talked to his dad, and it was kind of cool. He just said, that the Star Ledger, they really ran this story and they publicized it. And it says if it wasn't for the Star Ledger writing a story, this would have been washed under the carpet. Nothing would have happened. The Star Ledger responded with, it just goes to show how with perseverance, David can slay Goliath, which is kind of, what we're trying to accomplish also. So it's kind of a sad story with a good ending that'll, kind of make you feel a little bit better. Father said at the end, whenever they were interviewing him, he said, at the end of the day, my son is very happy. We won, and the most important thing is that James, his son, has some closure. So good for Adam. Except for the part where he got the shit beat out of him.
Right. Sorry, I was muted. I was trying to talk.
You didn't do very good.
Yeah, I'm like, oh crap. Just wasted that sentence.
Somebody needs to patent that. That needs to be, well, I guess not patent because I don't believe in intellectual property, but create something that if you're talking into a muted microphone that's connected to the computer, it just blinks like a little mute thing on your screen, and you realize, oh, wait a minute, I'm muted. That would be awesome.
Well, at least the mic blinks, but it's faced opposite direction, so I have to cut my hand around the back of the mic and be like, oh, it's blinking. Whoops.
Cut the balls.
But really, you should realize it when you don't hear yourself in your headphones.
I don't even normally when I talk, I don't hear myself.
I don't hear myself either.
If you hear yourself, there's the problem.
Are the voices asking you to do things, or what?
Turn it up then, because I come through nice and clear in my own headphones.
Yeah, I can't hear myself.
Yeah, I don't hear myself.
Well, alrighty then. I guess I'm good to know when I'm muted, because then I wouldn't hear myself. All right. So, Adam, what do you got?
All right. So basically, mine was, it's not really like a subject like Scott's was. Mine was just a more or less relative thinking here. I just was thinking earlier today, was thinking about the show tonight, and was just baffled by the fact that, as a child growing up, at least in my mind, it may have been part of the indoctrination system and everything, but in movies in general. But in my mind, as a growing up younger child, was that a police officer was supposed to be a heroic person that basically didn't fear death, was willing to walk into a situation, whether armed or not, face someone with a gun, uncowardly, and handle the situation. And these were, in my mind as a child, it was a very heroic person, a brave person, fearless, but yet respectful, courteous, someone that would take care of a small child if needed. I remember hearing stories when I was a kid about the police officer that walked into the burning building and pulled the kid out of the fire and came out. Nowadays you would never hear that anymore. And these were officers that were doing this work for very minimal pay. That whole sense of they put their lives on the line. And it was then. It was they at least the way I perceived it, they were putting their lives on the line for very minimal pay to do a job that they felt needed to be done to protect and serve. And it's just baffling to me now that you look at them now, and most of them are making outrageous pay, and they're cowards. They're just utterly complete cowards now. They draw their weapon at any sense of uncontrolled situation. They shoot people for God knows what reason anymore, and then they complain that we risk our lives all the time. I'm like, well, if you're going to be that much of a coward, why are you a police officer? This job is meant for someone that's not a coward, that's willing to walk into the situation and knows the risk of this situation and is willing to face that and not just instantly pull out their weapon and shoot at someone because they could harm them. It's just confusing to me how this has turned around so much in such a small amount of time from what it was from when I was a kid.
I mean, now it sounds like that they're cops for a paycheck instead of cops because they want to do the right thing.
Exactly. They do it because they're like, oh, look how much money I can make. It's not I want to do this because I really want to do this because I believe that that's what I'm here for, is to protect people and actually do this job properly. It's I want to do this because I can make some good money. And I don't think that's how it should be.
Like, before I even got into all this stuff, I was listening to somebody who was talking about going to the police academy, and what his concerns was where he would find a job after he got out of the police academy, because he's like, well, this town pays, $75,000, this town pays like $85,000, but they don't have as many jobs because people go there because they pay more. Yeah. It's like, that's your freaking first concern about being a police officer? Well, then you are obviously not doing it for the right reasons. You are doing it for a paycheck, and be damned if you are actually going to do the right thing. And it's sad because when we've been out the past 8-9 weeks now, we always end up running across somebody who's like, yeah, I'm majoring in criminal justice. I want to be a cop. It's like, ugh, well, gross. You're either going to be a shitty cop and be a douchebag like the rest of them, or you're going to get fired in 20 minutes if you do the right thing. So either way, you're not going to be a cop that I want you to be, because you're going to get fired or you're going to be a douchebag. Because that's what always seems to happen when a cop tries to do the right thing. They end up getting canned instead.
Or they smarten up and they leave.
Right. Yeah, basically that's what it seems like.
Screw this.
They realize what's actually going on and walk away. They're like, nope.
All right, not to interrupt this.
Sad.
All right, so somebody today, are we done on that one?
Yeah, you go ahead and move on.
All right, this is stupid though. This isn't as cool, but it is pretty cool that you can save money. So there's a book out there. It's called 3 Felonies a Day, How the Feds Target the Innocent. And I just posted the link to Amazon to the book. Right now you can buy it for $2 for a Kindle. So if you have a Kindle, you can get this book. It's supposed to be, pretty good. It talks about how the average professional in the country wakes up in the morning, goes to work, comes home, eats dinner, and then goes to sleep, unaware that he or she has likely committed several federal crimes that day. Why? The answer lies in the very nature of modern federal criminal laws. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it's supposed to be a really good book. It's $2 frickin'. If you get it, that would be awesome. I was actually thinking about trying to convince some of my friends into getting it and telling them if they purchased it on Kindle, and then if they sent me their receipt, I would actually give them the $2.
Oh, nice. Very cool. I had to admit, I actually I downloaded George Orwell's 1984 the other day and started that.
I did too, actually.
Did you? I did. I'm what? I don't know. I can't tell you how far I'm in, but I'm in quite a ways.
Yeah. And you guys have way too much time on your hands. I actually downloaded the audiobook.
Me too. I downloaded the audiobook.
That's what I did.
I've been listening to like a chapter the night before I go to bed.
I was like, wow, you guys need to get a life or something.
Yeah, no, I don't read.
Yeah, you can. I don't have time to sit there and read. I'm like, I'll just sit here and listen to it while I'm doing something else.
You can actually get it if you go to YouTube. And you can, that's the first time I saw it. It was on YouTube, and there was like an old 1954 or 19 whatever black and white version of it. And that was the first.
They made one in the 70s too.
Is that what it was? The 70s?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, I was just, there's so much talk about it all the time. I'm like, you know what? I really need to know this book.
Now I get all these inside jokes or all these inside references, like the Ministry of Truth and all that type of stuff. And what was that? Oh crap! What's the Newspeak?
Yeah, Newspeak.
Actually, 1984 was made in 1984. The movie was.
Oh, the movie. I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I was like, wait, the book was written in
been.
like 1950-something.
Yeah, the book was written back in the 40s, I believe. But I'm looking at IMDb, and it said that the movie actually came out in 1984.
Huh. I didn't even know there was a movie.
Yep. There is. It's like one of those really... It's a lot of the... I haven't seen the whole movie. I've just seen clips of it, but it looks like... you know how like the Star Wars costumes look all 70s? Like bad trying to be futuristic?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what the costumes look like in this too. Just kind of like bad futuristic, even though it happens at current day of that time. But it has John Hurt in it. So
this is interesting. Things coming out of the chat here. We got CopBlock Central. I'm assuming that's Central Florida, or Central Florida CopBlock in the chat here. Said he called and talked to May at the sheriff's office down there, and said that she said recording an officer was against the law.
Wow, what part of an idiot is that person?
Really? What?
That's what he's saying. Because he was talking earlier, saying that he was gonna mute the show real quick and give him a call and see what went on.
Recording an officer is against the law.
Is that
what
right?
law would that be?
False.
Can somebody ask for the statute, like the actual number to the statute? I'm curious.
She, what?
Oh man, I froze. My internet froze.
Oh.
I'm not responding. I gotta wait. I'm trying to look stuff up too.
Said that she referred him to the PIO office. So
the information officer?
I'm assuming yes.
Not on duty.
Of course not. Not at this time.
He said he's going to call back during the next commercial. Pissed, I forgot to... he was going to record the conversation too, and he forgot to press record.
Is Florida a two-party or one-party state?
Two-party. Must notify.
Must notify?
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course, they probably notify that this call may be recorded already when you call in.
See, yeah, that's a good point. I don't know.
Because they're probably already recording you.
Yeah, if they're already recording, then you don't have to state that you're recording.
I called the one of the local police departments the other day, and I knew they had my phone. I called from a cell phone, and I had a question about policy, and they're like, "Well, we're gonna have to get back to you. What's your name?" And I said, "Well, I don't want to give you my name." I said,
why?
Actually, I said, "You can just call me sir."
Yep.
And the guy goes, "Well, I need to have your name." And I said, I don't want to give my name. And I said, I don't want to be on a report. He goes, well, I already have your phone number. He told me my phone number. I said, I know you have my phone number. I said, but you can call me sir.
Yeah, you have my phone number now. You can contact me. You don't need to know my name.
Do you think they called back? Not so much.
He said that they notified him that they were recording, and he also did notify them that he was recording, but he forgot to press the record button. You gotta hate that when you forget to press the record button. I've done that before. Hold the camera recording this cool stuff and then realize the camera's actually not recording. And you're like, oh. Crap.
See, in Pennsylvania, you have to ask and then you can record, which to me just sounds idiotic. Because then you can't record the person saying, yes, I give you permission.
Well, yeah, that sounds stupid, and there's no clarification on whether or not they said yes.
And man, I've pissed so many people, and I'm like, I need to speak to your supervisor, and the fastest way to get through customer service in Pennsylvania is to tell them that you're recording. I don't want to be recorded. I'm like, you sent me, you were the ones that got a hold of me. I want to speak to your supervisor. I want to speak to your man, they hate that. Oh man. So here's a good one. So, whenever I was on, this is when I was drunk, last week. So, I was traveling, I was out of state, and, I was in a city, and we wanted to go to a casino. So, a couple of us got together, and there was a guy that was local. So we go to the casino to get some drinks. It's a Wednesday night. There's not a lot of, younger people out. It's mostly, it was like geriatrics night, apparently. So we go to the casino, and the one guy that's with us, the local guy, just walks right in. Well, there's 3 others, of us, and, we all look like we're older than 18, clearly. And, we go to walk in the door, and the guy, is checking our IDs. So I pull out my passport ID card, and I hand it to him, and he looks at me and he goes, "I can't let you in." And I said, "What do you mean?" I said, I'm clearly older than 18. I said, "I don't even look like I'm 18. He goes, "This isn't a driver's license." I said, "That's a passport ID card." He goes, "Oh, well, that's not going to work. You need to have your book." And I was like, at this point, I'm slightly, irritated, because now I'm the only one that's not, everybody's already in the casino, standing there waiting for me to get in. And, so finally he's like, I can't let you in. I was like, yeah, I said, "I'm getting in there." I said, "This is a casino." I said, "That's a passport ID card." I said, "I can go to Canada. I can go to another country, and I can't get into a casino." And the guy's supervisor came out. Meanwhile, both of these people are sitting there, and all I'm thinking in my head is like, you have a badge. You're a fucking rent-a-cop. You're not even a rent-a-cop. You card people outside a casino. Like, you don't even have a gun. You don't even have a nightstick. You have a flashlight that's really, like, I'm thinking, like, I carry a flashlight. I'm like, my flashlight's brighter than yours. And finally, like, the supervisor came over, and he knew I was right, and he knew I was gonna just, escalate it even more if he didn't let me in. Mm-hmm. And he was like, well, stand over here in the light. I'm in the lobby of a hotel, or I'm not a hotel, of a casino. Mm-hmm. It's clearly bright enough that he can see my face. I look exactly like my ID. Yeah. And he's like, "Well, next time bring your driver's license." I took my ID from him. I go, "I'm never fucking coming back here again." And I walked in. It's like, dude, you're a security guard at a casino, man. Why do we have to? Why is it so difficult?
No lie.
Get them a little tin badge on their shoulder, and they get real tough.
I got one of those too. Doesn't make me feel very tough though.
Yeah.
It's more entertaining.
Well, that was funny when the Robin Hood trial was going on, and Alan, the ex-parking enforcer, was asked to identify Graham, and he said he's the guy with the glasses wearing the fake badge because he had his CopBlock badge on. And of course, Graham, blurts out, "Just as real as yours." The judge didn't like that very much.
It's not a fake badge. It's a real badge. It just doesn't grant any power. Right, just like yours.
Made out of tin.
Are you getting wrong door raided over there?
What?
I heard like somebody running.
Oh no, that was my kids upstairs. Ran across the room up there.
Fun.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm. This is going to be interesting where this Jeff Gregg situation goes.
It is.
But I can see it's definitely going to be a living hell for the people arrested.
Wow.
The employees of that area are going to hate life for the next few days.
Wait, what's up with this? Why this guy? I thought that Jeff Gray had already made InfoWars, but this guy, Anon 1435, posts an article from 2011.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the InfoWars article in the chat?
Yeah. We was just talking about recording. I was like, what?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the first time that it's happened. I mean, it's happened quite a few times.
Got it on old chickenlittle.com.
Yep. But yeah, I had heard that article in the past. But yeah, they just killed them in it anyway. So we have to head to break. After the break, I'm sure there will be a lot more fun to talk about. You're listening to the Copblock Radio Show on FPRN.
Paper money just doesn't get you what it used to, and we want to be prepared for a possible economic collapse. So visit sonsoflibertymint.com. They specialize in usable, divisible silver. Their signature product, the fine silver quarter, is the world's best bartering tool. Its unique design, shape, size make these 1/4 ounce, .999 fine silver bars a must-have addition to silver stackers everywhere. Don't wait to wish you had usable silver. Head over to SUNSoflibertymint.com and load up on silver you can use today.
Well, yeah, it's getting tough out there. Yeah, no doubt. I work in home invasions, mostly. Some murder, occasional rape, if she's hot, or really bitchy. And I'm a huge advocate of gun control. Absolutely. Every time I kick in a door or smash a window, I face the possibility of being shot and killed. Allowing citizens to own guns creates a hostile work environment for me and my associates. No one should have to work under those conditions. I say make them all illegal. Absolutely. I mean, I break the law for a living. I'm a professional, so it doesn't really bother me. No doubt.
This is only a threat of
Your local violent criminals work hard and put their lives on the line every time they attempt to murder, rape, abduct, or assault a member of the citizenry. They desperately need your help. With your support, there may finally come a day when a violent criminal can have his way with you or someone you love without the fear, anxiety, and stress caused by knowing there's a possibility his victim might be armed. Please show your support by voting for stronger anti-gun legislation because criminals prefer unarmed citizens.
In every age, a technology is created that upends the foundations of society. The wheel, the printing press, the internet. Now, in a world sliding into financial chaos, a new technology is changing the way monetary systems work around the world. It is called Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a new form of money, controlled not by banks, governments, or corporations, but through mutual commerce between free individuals. To learn more, visit weusecoins.com.
Do you have a group or organization founded on the principles of personal liberty, health freedom, or accountable government? We invite you to check out Same Side Entertainment. Same Side is a source for activists and liberty organizations to connect with well-known leaders in today's growing movement for sustainable living, personal liberty, and sovereignty issues. Same Side has a variety of keynote speakers, debate panels, interactive web presentations, musicians, and liberty-based entertainment, as well as services for web design, graphic design, video, and photography. Same Side can help customize your event by connecting you to the best of the liberty and political world while staying within your budget. Get connected with leaders in the liberty movement like Tom Woods, Kevin Gutzman, Jack Hunter, Robert Scott Bell, Bob Murphy, Michael Scheuer, John Bush, Jordan Page, Tatiana Moroz, and many more. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and our website at www.samesideentertainment.com. Again, that's www.samesideentertainment.com. Same Side Entertainment, connecting you with the education and resources you need.
What's better than silver? Free silver, of course, which is what you'll get by partaking in Sons of Liberty Mint's weekly silver giveaways. It's fun, it's easy, and it's your chance to win 4 fine silver quarters. That's 1 ounce of .999 fine silver from Sons of Liberty Mint. All you have to do is guess the close of spot price each week for your chance to win. Visit sonsoflibertymint.com/contest for more details. That's SUNS, sonsoflibertymint.com.
Thanks for listening to FPRN. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter. If you'd like to start your own show with FPRN, advertise with us, or donate to the network or to your favorite shows, check out our website at www.fprnradio.com.
And Welcome back to the Copblock Radio Show, live on FPRN and syndicated across the interwebs. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there. I'm eating an apple, and I figured I'd just take a while to come in while I'm just trying to mow on this first.
Who doesn't enjoy a little music?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Who was talking about that? Sometimes they just sit there and jam for like 30 seconds before they even come into the intro sometimes.
I like to sit there and jam out to it.
I do at the beginning of the show. I do the drumming when it kicks in.
Oh. Producer says Anthony Antonello does that for his show.
Yeah. Be like, am I listening to the music show, or am I listening to the show that I planned on tuning into?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta wind down a little bit with the music. Get yourself.
Don't we have a music hour on FPRN now? I thought we did. Do it? I don't know. No?
I said I have no idea. Yes, he said yes, we do.
Yeah, I should probably get up onto the schedule.
Yeah.
If I'm on the station, I should probably know a little more about it. Know the schedule a little more. But, that's how it goes.
May not hurt. Yeah.
So, let's see.
Apparently I've been muted for the past 15 minutes.
I was wondering where you went.
I was talking. I'm like, why are they ignoring me?
Well, I thought it was... Did you guys check out that article, the Cleveland police officers article?
What the hell? Oh, goddamn. Stupid autoplay.
No.
I hate autoplay.
You guys remember a while back the incident where Cleveland had a whole crap load of police employees that ended up in that police chase, and they ended up shooting that couple 137 times.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that.
That huge thing. Well, come to find out now, 63 Cleveland police officers have been suspended for that incident now.
Well, let's specify, is this with or without pay?
I am double checking. Hold on.
It's really bad whenever you have to ask that question.
Oh, come on. Dio's not in the chat room. He'd be able to tell us.
No, he's not. Yeah, he would be able to tell us.
Dio's not out tonight.
Where is Dio?
I don't know.
Oh, I messaged him.
That's funny. Central Florida Copblock in the chat is saying that they won't pick up anymore.
I know. I don't think they want to be friends.
It says in June, one police supervisor was fired for his or her administrative role in the incident. Several others were demoted or disciplined. The officers will be suspended temporarily, with no one officer being suspended more than 10 days. But it does not specify whether or not they're getting paid vacation or not. But at least they're being partially disciplined. At least they're getting a 10-day suspension.
Right, you call that discipline.
Yeah, like that god-awful government shutdown that we had.
Yeah. Everybody got back pay. Yeah, good job.
Government shutdown. Did you forget.
Read about the article today? Some of them are actually getting extra pay. Because a lot of them filed for unemployment while the government was shut down, and some states are actually allowing them to keep that unemployment. So they're actually getting extra pay for the shutdown.
Smelly part hookers. So one of my friends, actually, someone I went to school with, in fact, is one of those scumbags that works for the federal government, and they were, shut down. And whenever they returned to work, they had a video that was sent to them that was made by some, higher up, that was a frickin' Muppet from the Muppet Babies. And they got a video that talked about, what they were going to do and how they were going to handle things. And I was like, I cannot believe that my money paid for that. Wow. It's like the ludicrousness knows no bounds. No, I'm not kidding.
Oh, yeah, I like all this. It's amazing how much money they waste on stupid crap, which is pretty much like
everything.
98% of the government.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that they provide that no one else can is the monopoly on force.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's so annoying. It's like, it's not much of a shutdown. You just gave everybody a vacation. That's all you did.
All you did was find the most ways to inconvenience the people you steal money from to make them feel like you're the victims.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, we can't have nature. Nature's closed.
Right, except we're going to pay all these people to make sure nature stays closed.
I know. Sons of bitches.
The whole thing's a joke. It's just a huge laughing joke.
Yeah.
It's like, they're going to lay off, 800,000 non-essential workers. Why does the government have non-essential workers?
And that many of them.
If they're not essential, get rid of them.
Define that non-essential part. So we don't really need them, but we still have them.
Yeah, and we have to pay them while they're off. Yeah, no.
So now essentially they got paid to do nothing.
And I mean,
so
obviously
before they were doing something.
Obviously,
nothing.
we proved that we still can function as a society without them during that shutdown.
Not where I live. They came and reclaimed the roads. They took them back. They were canceled. Still got some cotton T-shirts. They had those at Walmart. Huh. End slavery. Still get cotton. Amazing. I'm trying to play catch up on the chat here. It's always interesting what's going on.
All right, so I guess we can go back to Adam's topic a little bit of the why are you a cop if you're such a pussy?
Yeah.
Didn't you see that part we were talking about that guy from California made $121,000 last year? I can tell you exactly why. It's called a free ride.
What?
I said it's called a free ride.
Free ride.
Yeah, but we were talking last week. Somebody had like $182,000 a year, and they were just an officer level person. I always
do you go ahead.
What?
Well, I was going to say, how would you get that information? Is that like a freedom of information request, or just have to go to the budget, like the whatchamacallit county sheriff? They had it posted, kind of, but I know that they're legally obligated to tell you what salaries are.
They are. It should all be in like the city budget, in the detail, the complete line items budget. Like you can just go. I know here in Keene, if you just pull up the budget, it has everybody's individual pay and how much overtime they had and all that jazz. But it's crazy. I was looking at Ware, New Hampshire. Ware is the name of the town, not who's on first. And there were, if you added up all the overtime, you could get like 4 more officers for base pay. And you basically get 1.5 times more man hours for the same amount of money. It was ridiculous how much overtime they always, bitch and moan that they have to work all this overtime. It's like, well, I don't want to pay for all this overtime, so why are you working it?
Would that be including like benefits and stuff, or?
Yeah, it includes benefits, salary, hourly pay. It includes everything, so fringe and pay. But then, like, the overtime was insane, how many hours of overtime, like, each person worked. Like, somebody had a base pay of, like, $63,000, but after overtime, he worked, like, $28,000 worth of overtime in 1 year. It's like, that's crazy. Why are we paying you double time? Why are you paying time and a half for this person where we could just hire another officer or whatever? Not that that's a good solution, but it's insane how much money they spend on the officers they already have, and they bitch and moan that they don't make enough money or they have to work overtime. Yet we're paying out the nose for their overtime.
I know.
Don't work the overtime. Problem solved. Man, you know how much smaller the budgets would be? That's probably why they are forced to work the overtime, so they can maintain their budget.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the budget of the town where I live. I'm trying to find the budget on their website. Their website's a piece of shit. It's like a Foxfire or a Angel Fire website, basically. Remember that?
Jeez.
Yeah, old school, terrible garbage. But it does have the do the right trademark logo on it, and it looks like a cop is having sex with a man who is having sex with a small child. They're like standing behind him with their hands on their shoulders.
All right, so while you're looking for that, going back to the coward cop, this originated from a story quite a while ago, but there's some new developments happening. So if the producers can play clip one.
A police group is coming to the defense of a Dell City officer charged in a deadly shooting.
Randy Harrison will go to trial for manslaughter in November. Prosecutors say he used excessive force when he shot and killed Dane Scott. KFCO's Naveen Dhaliwal is live tonight. Naveen.
Jessica, this group says that Captain Randy Harrison's actions were justified, and today they filed this brief in hopes of providing information to the court as to why.
If what he did was wrong, then what we're teaching our law enforcement officers both here in Oklahoma and around the country is then wrong.
Just 2 months before standing trial for manslaughter, Dell City Police Captain Randy Harrison is getting support, and the Oklahoma Association of Firearms Instructors is taking action.
Our organization will be asking permission to file an amicus brief on this case to offer information that we can provide as experts in the area.
They say Harrison was in danger when he shot 17-year-old Dane Scott in March of 2012 after a police chase.
This prosecution has created a conflict for those officers, being concerned about whether making that split-second decision they're going to risk being in prison because they're doing their jobs as they've been trained to do.
Dell City Police say Scott was armed, but he dropped the gun before running away. Scott was shot in the back.
An officer is supposed to use deadly force to prevent a violent fleeing felon from getting away.
And Captain Harrison has been with the Dell City Police Department for 24 years. Right now, he's on paid administrative leave. Back to you.
So, if you heard in that, the person who got shot was not armed at the time, and he was running away. And he was shot in the back.
Shot him in the back, now the cop's on paid vacation.
Right, and they're saying, well, you're supposed to shoot fleeing people in the back.
You're supposed to? Really?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
That's what one of the instructors, one of the trainers in that video said. He said they're trained to shoot people, a fleeing suspect. Why would you shoot somebody who is not actually a danger at the time?
How is that a threat? If he's running away from you, he's not really a threat anymore. Why do you need to shoot him?
Exactly. It's freaking ridiculous. I can't believe that they're trying to say that, oh, well, we're training officers to shoot fleeing suspects. Why are you training them to shoot fleeing suspects? He's like, well, if what the officer did in this situation is wrong, then that means all of the officers who are being trained, the training that they're receiving is wrong. No crap. It's obviously wrong if you are training people to shoot fleeing suspects in the back when they're not actually posing a danger at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Once they have stopped posing a danger, then you should not be shooting.
Yeah. Whether or not you know he's armed or not. I don't care. He's running away from you. He's not a threat.
Yeah, if
even if he isn't, if he hasn't withdrew his weapon, then he's still not a threat. I don't care if he's armed. A lot of people walk around armed all the time. Doesn't mean they're a threat.
Well, in this case, he was no longer armed. He had dropped his weapon.
Oh, well, then see? Yeah.
But yeah, he still got shot because assuming, what he had done prior to getting shot.
Mm-hmm.
But after that incident's over, then there should be no retaliatory action taken. That's just like the the video of the high-speed chase where the guy flips his car and he gets thrown from the car and he's completely knocked out, yet 6 officers come up and start kicking him and punching him.
Well, yeah, the one
he's already knocked out.
One officer like body slam him, like runs up and like does like this like WWF move onto his chest.
Yeah, at that point, he is no longer a threat, so use of force is no longer justified. Just because he was a threat 5 seconds ago doesn't make him a threat anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the point where you no longer can use that force because the threat has already been neutralized through some other means.
Yeah.
Once that's done, there is no acceptable use of force at all. And in this case, the guy was running away. He had already dropped his gun. He was running away, not threatening anybody. He was on foot, and he got shot in the back.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a picture of the officer who did this. I'm wondering if he ate too many donuts and wouldn't be able to catch him anyways.
I can't chase him, so I'll just shoot him.
Maybe it was Captain Pepper Spray.
Yeah.
You know, that guy can't run the 100-yard dash without being winded.
Did you ever see the meme of the dude? It's a real skinny guy, and he's got his hands behind his back, I guess, and the cop is like, he's got to go 400 pounds. And the guy who's getting arrested is looking at the camera smiling, and it just says, do you think I could outrun him or something like that, and talks about how
that little mean.
rather shoot you than chase you down. Shoot you and fill out the report.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I think it's probably different, or it could be different than yours because a lot of people make those pictures. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. The cop sitting there and like the kid's standing there with that grin on his face, and he's like, "Should I make him chase me?"
I think it was, "Should I risk it?"
I'm sure there's different versions of it all over.
Yeah,
anybody.
But
can
yeah,
change
it
the
is
text.
really funny.
Yeah. But it is humorous.
It's pretty funny that a lot of agencies only do a physical once you apply, but once you're there, you don't have to pass physical.
You can gain 400 pounds. It's okay.
Right.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all. How they can justify that officer can actually fully and consistently perform his duties necessary when he weighs that much. Like that cop cannot run. That in my assessment is he's unfit for the job.
How do they pass? Don't they have to do like a fit test, like a running push-ups?
When you initially get hired, yeah.
There's no continuing of that, or
nope, they don't require you to maintain that.
Is that there has to be some sort of? I don't know, man. I've seen some fat cops.
I have too. Like, how do you fit your cruiser?
I know. That cruiser, why do we have a lowrider? Have you seen that guy?
The car's crooked. It sits at a lean.
Yeah.
I would consider that unsafe then. I mean, if the suspension is tweaked, which means the car is not going to handle appropriately. So that means if he gets in a high-speed chase, he's actually driving an unsafe car. He could potentially hurt someone with that car.
Yeah. I don't understand why, some of these, smaller towns actually have cars that, super, we got to get the big V8 and the Chargers, and we have to have this. It's like, why do you have to drive that fast? That's unsafe for you to travel that fast on roads in this, in areas. Why does your car have to be that fast? Why do I have to pay for that? Because you stole my money.
Yeah. Because they might need it one time.
Yeah. I still can't get over this damn do the right thing. Oh, man, that's so weird.
What?
Do the right thing. It's dotherightthing.org, I think.
I think I've seen that before.
I've talked about it because it's just so disturbing. It looks like, you know what NAMBLA is? If you've seen South Park, you know what NAMBLA is.
You said, is it .org or .com?
I don't know. Try .com.
It doesn't come up in a Google search.
Oh, no, it's dotherightThingInc.org.
Oh, my bad. How gross.
Yeah, what's this supposed to be?
Yeah, that symbol's a little awkward, yeah.
I know, it's NAMBLA, dude.
And then the kids do yoga?
A bunch of pederasses.
Oh, dude, that is disturbing.
That's so nasty.
Is this legit, or are they making fun of it?
No, this is legit, dude.
Oh, jeez. Holy crap. This is, this is slightly, disturbing. That is a very disturbing logo.
It is.
But even more is actually what the purpose of this thing is. It looks very, indoctrinating and, brainwashing-ish and...
If you'd like to contact this organization, we'll get you their phone number. Call Jody Atkinson, Executive Director, 305-579-3344. Give her a call. Tell her how you feel.
Tell them what you think about their logo.
Wow. Where did they get the money for this?
What's that?
Through partnership with the City of Miami Police Department. I'm curious where the money comes for this.
Sponsors. That's what it says right here. Let's see who the sponsors are.
Maybe we should call some of the sponsors and be like, you suck.
Dude,
I'm not gonna...
have
you seen their logo?
Being a pederass.
Wow, let's call Papa John's.
Papa John's. Yeah, look at that.
There's Papa John's.
Oh, Ronald McDonald's house.
Oh, man.
Walgreens.
Walgreens.
Yeah.
What the hell? This is messed up.
Jungle Island. I'm sorry. That just caught my attention.
And then it's like all these sponsors and this miscellaneous group of people at the very bottom.
Yeah, it doesn't say who they are. Just a picture of people. Those people.
That guy on the left.
That is very disturbing,
like
though.
A pedophile.
Wow.
We should wait. They have a nomination form.
Do they?
We should start nominating CopBlock.org for awards.
We should.
That'd be hilarious.
Best Citizen Outreach Group.
Damn right. Is that one of the categories?
No. I'm just thinking out loud, man.
Oh, unfortunately, it's children.
Sons of bitches.
Oh, well, we act like children sometimes, don't we?
And they have to be in Miami, I think.
All right, let's see if we can see police.
Oh well. So yeah, it looks like the sheriff's department, the Brevard County Sheriff's Office Facebook page has disabled comments, though reviews are still there, which are basically comments. And they have a very poor review. There's a lot of 1 stars. But it looks like they have disabled commenting directly to them, but you can still comment on their posts for now. If you didn't
on their
get
Facebook?
blocked.
Well, I'm telling you earlier, they deleted Carlos's post. Let's see, I haven't checked it in a couple minutes.
He's got one under the review section right now. But we'll see.
There's cock knockers.
What?
Dude, they deleted my comment.
Are you serious?
It's gone.
Wow.
I commented on there and it has been removed. Cocksuckers.
That's interesting.
It is not on there.
Did you write a review or did you comment in like a comment section?
It was under this one with the picture of the old fat face. Sheriff Wayne Ivey.
That's funny.
Sons of
well. Well, hopefully we'll have more next week about this situation. I'm looking forward to see what happens, and I'm sure they're going to hear crap all week from various groups. So,
give the phone number out again.
I don't know. Do you have it on you?
At the bottom.
It'll be in the show notes after the show, and you can check it out. But until next week, remember that badges don't grant extra rights.
Thanks for listening to FPRN. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter. If you'd like to start your own show with FPRN, advertise with us, or donate to the network or to your favorite shows, check out our website at www.fprnradio.com.
Lacing up my boots, lock and load my guns, and